Vietnam, a land of rivers, mountains, and centuries of resilience. But beneath its beauty lies a long struggle for independence, one that sharpened national identity and shaped the world's view of colonial power. This is the story of Vietnam and French colonization. Long before French ships appeared on the horizon, Vietnam had already spent 1,000 years resisting foreign rule. Dynasties rose and fell. Confucian scholars shaped government. And by the early 19th century, the New Nguyen dynasty unified the nation under Emperor Gia Long, creating a strong but internally fragile kingdom. French involvement began quietly. Catholic missionaries from the 1600s onward built influence through religion and education. When Vietnamese emperors later cracked down on the spread of Christianity, France used these conflicts as a justification for intervention. The stage was set for empire. In 1858, French and Spanish forces attacked Gia Nang. Over the next decades, France advanced steadily, capturing Saigon, forcing treaties, and tightening control. By 1884, the New Nguyen dynasty had lost real power. Vietnam was divided into 3 regions under French rule: Cochinchina in the south, Annam in the center, Tonkin in the north. Together, they formed part of the massive colonial federation known as French Indochina. French administrators reshaped the country for profit. Plantations expanded across the countryside. Rubber, rice, coal, and opium flowed out of Vietnam, feeding a colonial economy built on Vietnamese labor. Education changed too. French replaced Chinese characters. A small elite learned French and Western ideas that would later inspire revolution. But daily life for most remained harsh. Heavy taxes, forced labor, limited rights. Resentment grew. By the early 20th century, new voices emerged. Thinkers like Phan Boi Chau and Phan Chu Trinh pushed for modernization, reform, and independence. Students traveled abroad, secret societies spread, and a young revolutionary named Nguyen Ai Quoc, later known as Ho Chi Minh, began organizing from overseas, blending nationalism with communist ideology. The push for freedom was no longer underground. It was a rising tide. During World War II, Japan took control of Vietnam, weakening the French. In the shadows of occupation, Ho Chi Minh formed the Viet Minh, a movement fighting for independence. After Japan's surrender in 1945, the Viet Minh seized Hanoi. Ho Chi Minh proclaimed the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, but France refused to let go. What followed was a brutal 8-year war. Villages became battlegrounds. Guerrilla fighters faced a powerful Western army. Everything changed in 1954 at Dien Bien Phu, where Vietnamese forces surrounded and defeated the French garrison. It was a stunning victory, one that ended French colonial rule in Asia. French colonialism left deep marks on Vietnam, politically, culturally, and economically. It brought modernization and global connection, but also exploitation, resistance, and profound suffering. Yet the Vietnamese spirit endured. Their long struggle for independence reshaped the 20th century and defined the path of a nation that still carries its history with pride. This is Vietnam's story, one of endurance, identity, and the unyielding desire to be free.